Beatitudes, the multiplication, primacy, around the Sea of Galilee. So we're going towards the Sea of Galilee. Alright, I'm gonna mention a short history about the country. Have you ever heard the land of Canaan, land of Canaan? 5th millennium BC, the Canaanites were here. Later on, we know from books, Bibles, religious books, much more, from battles, from letters. For example, the patriarch Abraham, where was he born? Yes, not Vancouver, no. Ur of Chaldees, great. Where is that? Iraq of today. Abraham came to the land of Canaan, land of Canaan. Where is that? Where we are. Came to Mount Moriah. Where is that? Jerusalem. He almost sacrificed his son Isaac. That's about 1800 BC. Abraham bought a piece of land to bury his wife Sarah. In Hebron, Jacob buried his wife Rachel in Bethlehem. Of course, the tombs of the patriarchs and the matriarchs, these are archaeological proof of these people who came here. We do have the tombs in Hebron. We do have the tomb of Rachel in Bethlehem. Later on, the Egyptians came here 1500 BC. Thutmose III, the king of Egypt. Of course, the Philistines also were here. Moses and the Israelites left Egypt. They wanted to come to the promised land, and they were wandering in the desert for 40 years. Which desert? Sinai. That's in Egypt, to the south of Israel. Then they crossed to the other side. They reached Mount Nebo. Moses saw the promised land from Mount Nebo. His followers Joshua came and crossed the Jordan River. They came to Jericho, played the trumpet 7 days, 7 nights. The walls of Jericho turned. King Saul was the first king of Israel. How did Saul die? He fell on his own sword in a battle with the Philistines on Mount Gilboa, which is in the land. David became the king, then his son Solomon. Then the kingdom was divided into two, Jeroboam and Rehoboam, the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. By the way, if you can see the mountain with the quarry, a limestone quarry here, white stone. When we go further down towards the Sea of Galilee, you'll see black volcanic rocks. So white rocks here, black rocks in a few minutes. The Assyrians came here. بالراحة نفس الشيء بس أحسن بالراحة نفس الشيء بس الطلوع The Assyrians 720 BC, the Babylonians 586 BC, the Persians 638 BC, the Greeks, Alexander the Great, 333 BC, 63 BC, the Romans, General Pompey, the beginning of the Roman Empire since 63 BC. The Byzantines, Romans that became Christians, 325 AD. Constantine, a Roman emperor, converting the pagan Roman Empire into Christian. 614 the Persians, 638 the Muslims, 1099 the Crusaders, 1260 the Mamluks Egyptians, 1517, the Ottomans, the Turks. 1917, the British. 1948, what happened in Europe after World War II, the Nazis killing all the people and the Jews. So the United Nations decision to divide the country of Palestine then into two. The birth of the state of Israel on 70% of the land, and 22% of the land, the state of or Palestine, Jordan then. Some people or many people lost their houses. They were forced to leave their houses. So an enemy started between the Jews and the Arabs. Different battles. 1967, the 6 Days War. Israel took the West Bank, which is the 22% of the land. Took Sinai Desert from Egypt and the Golan Heights from from Syria. 1973, Yom Kippur War. Syria and Egypt against Israel. The first couple of days were very critical to Israel. Then ceasefire was agreed between Israel and Egypt, and peace process between Egypt and Israel started when the Egyptians got the Sinai by peace. President Sadat, President Carter, and Prime Minister Begin, Camp David peace treaty, if you remember that.
Yeah.
1993, the Arab countries and Israel peace process concerning land for peace, exchanging land for peace. But that was never completed, and we hope to have a real peace. We always say pray for the peace of the Lake of Tiberias, other name to them, will be passing through a city called Tiberias, and it is the largest city around the Sea of Galilee. Of course, the term sea, if we define the term sea, sea is a body of water that should be on sea level and should be open or connected to any ocean or any other sea. The Sea of Galilee, first of all, is not on sea level. It's 700 feet below sea level, right? And it is not open or connected to any other sea or any ocean. So it receives water feeding the Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River that comes and flows in the Sea of Galilee, rainwater, springs around the lake, underwater springs, and heavy rain up on the mountains. The water will end up through the valleys. Yeah. Can you see the snow up on Mount Hermon? Can you see the snow? That's 7,000 feet above sea level. That's the highest peak, and this is Mount Hermon. شايف جبل الشيخ؟ طبعا هلا تشوف So you can see in short distance, springtime here it will be very warm, and up there will be snow. So within short distance you can change climate and weather. The Sea of Galilee, 14 miles long, 7 miles wide, 150 feet deep. It's fresh water. It's the biggest water reservoir to the state of Israel.
لحد هلا 7 دقايق.
أسلك كثير.
من المفرق كنا لحد هلا 7 دقايق.
في مناظر
45 دقيقة يا زلمة.
by one of the sons of King Herod the Great. His name was Herod Antipas. Herod Antipas built this city, called it Tiberias in honor of the emperor those days, Tiberius. Roman city was considered more or less pagan cities. Then. And the Jewish towns were up in the northern side of the Sea of Galilee, where we are going next.
Sagdan ko, di ko tawan ko, di ko ako, di ko ako.